Hi guys and welcome back to Slice of Mike. So today's video is going to be a bit of a change of pace from anything I've done on my channel before. It's more of a discussion, but I wanted to voice some of the thoughts that I've been having since joining BookTube a short while ago. So I first heard about BookTube a little over 2 months ago, right around Christmas, and I immediately knew that it was something I wanted to be a part of. After watching a few of the more popular booktubers, I started delving more deeply into the community, and I realized that there are tons and tons of people out there talking about books and gushing about books, and I just realized that I had found my place, my conversation. And shortly after that, I decided to add my own voice to the conversation because there are just so many great books that I've read that I want to share with people, and books mean so much to me that I feel like if I don't talk about them, I will actually explode. Now, I'm making that sound like a pretty simple decision, but it was actually a huge deal for me. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm basically an 85-year-old man in a much younger man's body. When I first started uploading videos onto YouTube, I knew nothing about filming or editing or social media or YouTube or the internet or anything like that. So therefore, starting a channel was no easy task. But I did it, and for better or for worse, Slice of Mike is up and running now. As I've mentioned, I've only been a booktuber for a little over a month, so I can't really speak to the issues that have plagued this community and the YouTube community as a whole in the past. What I will say though is that I never expected as positive of a response to my own videos as I've gotten so far, and I'm so extremely thankful for that. I had so many friends reach out to me and tell me they enjoyed watching my videos, and friends in everyday life, but also new friends that I've made online in BookTube recently. And honestly, I don't think I'd be here in front of this camera today if it weren't for those people, because booktubing is hard. It might not be hard for everybody, but it's hard for me, and maybe it gets easier the more you do it, but it's a huge time commitment from day one. And without that positive feedback, I don't know if I would have had the ability to keep with it. What I love about BookTube is that if I leave a comment on somebody's video, I can be pretty certain that they're going to see it and respond to it and just take the time out of their day to talk to me. And that really is just very important to me as a human being. So clearly the majority of my BookTube experience has been really positive so far, but as with any new endeavor, there are bound to be a few issues. Namely the fact that BookTube has completely taken over my life. I emailed a friend a few nights ago, somebody I haven't spoken to in months, so there ought to be a lot to catch up on. I spent about a paragraph talking about my family and my friends and my health and my job, and then I spent about 10 paragraphs talking about BookTube. On the one hand, I think that's incredible, and I think it shows what a huge impact the BookTube community has had on me in such a short amount of time. On the other hand, it makes me look like a crazy person. So people that don't know me that well and don't have the context for how BookTube fits into everything else that's going on with me right now probably think that I've become completely obsessed. And I definitely have, but I want to make sure that I'm obsessed with BookTube for the right reasons. I don't really know if this is taboo to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. I'm sure that many of the booktubers out there, like me, have in the back of their mind the small hope that they will become the next big booktuber. First of all, that's probably not going to happen. Second of all, I'm not sure I want it to because, like I've said, I already spend so much time interacting with people on BookTube and commenting on other people's videos and watching other people's videos. I can't imagine what sort of a time commitment it must be for the big booktubers. Going along with that, I just started a Twitter and Instagram account for my YouTube channel, and like I said, that's a huge deal for me because I'm an 85-year-old man. I tried using both of those apps before YouTube, but I just never really got into it. I use Facebook, and primarily for social media, that's it for me. To put things in perspective, I know people who have 4 Twitter accounts for their internship, for their job, separate personal accounts, and that must take so much energy to manage all those different accounts, using different voices, and just maintaining the separate identities of those accounts. And since joining Twitter, I've also seen numerous tweets from people saying things like, I never feel like I have anything to say, my life must be really boring, or I show my tweets to friends before posting them to make sure that they're actually funny. And while I understand that those are meant to be humorous, I also think that it reveals a very deep flaw with social media, which is the pressure to perform. And that's definitely been something that I've felt since joining BookTube, but like I said, I've gotten nothing but positive feedback for my videos, so clearly that pressure isn't coming from you guys. So where is it coming from? There are so many articles out there about how people filter out the best and brightest moments of their lives and put them on social media while ignoring the mundane and crappy stuff that happens to every single one of us each and every day. But that only fuels the pressure that I, and probably many of you guys, feel after seeing that and feeling that my life is lacking something because everybody else has a selfie in front of the Eiffel Tower, but I don't. In a certain way, BookTube has contributed to that pressure because, obviously as a content creator, I want to create content that people will hopefully find interesting and entertaining and want to watch. Much in the same way that somebody composing a tweet hopes that people will find their words funny enough or interesting enough to retweet them or to favorite them. And that's kind of why I wanted to make this video, is just to let you guys behind the curtain a bit and talk about some of the stress that I've been having, the self-induced pressure that I've been feeling since joining BookTube. I'm hoping a lot of you guys will be able to relate to that, and I know it's not something we can talk about openly without sounding like weirdos, but we're talking about it here and we're talking about it today. I guess the point of everything I'm trying to say here is that I think it's so important to find that proper balance between your social media life and your everyday personal real life. And for some people that means tweeting 20 times a day and posting 5 videos a week, while for others it means a lot less. And I haven't really figured out where I fall on that spectrum, but I'm at least thinking about it, and I think that's the first step. And seriously, don't ever feel pressured by what your friends are posting online, what they're saying or doing online, because a lot of times it's bullcrap. Deep breath. So now I feel a lot better. Like I said, I just wanted to talk about some things, and thank you guys for taking the time out of your busy day to watch this video. And if you can relate to anything I've said here today, please leave a comment and share your advice for coping with this social media anxiety that hopefully it's not just me that's feeling. I guarantee it's going to help somebody out there who's probably having the same feelings that I'm having right now. So that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you again, guys, for watching this video, and if I don't talk to you before then, I will see everybody back here on Friday. Have a great week.